5 traders, Jared, Jay, and Amo, for being here for me, my husband, every time we needed them. So let me ask you a question for a moment. Why are you here as traders, and why didn't you choose a different career someplace else? Well, for me, my answer is family above all. I had a great paying job at a company called EGL USA, which is a gemological laboratory. They certify diamonds, for those of you that don't know. My position was Director of Sales and Marketing, which involved lots of great challenges. I did from business trade shows to development ideas. It was pure satisfaction, and actually I loved it. In other words, my job was my life. As life went on, I married Mr. Joel Jacob. He used to use Joel 331, etc. And one day I told Joel, you know, I like my job, but I love our son so much more. And I want to be the one sharing his milestones. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. So Joel said, you know what, it's your choice, whatever you want to do. The next day, I gave 2 months resignation notice, and I trained 3 people for my position. I was really happy with my decision, but what should I tell you? I miss the business world. I started looking into some ideas, but my question was, how much money am I going to make already by putting in such little hours? So one day, Joe calls me from work, and he says, you know, I overheard 2 guys saying, you have to buy Bear Stearns, and he asked me, what do I think? Just a moment, please. Okay, so I said, you know what, whatever you feel. And that same day, we went to Bank of America, we opened up a trading account, and the next morning, we're on the phone and we bought 5,000 shares in Bear Stearns. I think it was on Thursday, I'm not sure, I have to check. And by the following Monday, the bailout was released, do you remember? And our account turned into a $20,000 account. Then, a short while after, Visa went public, and that morning again, we got on the phone with a broker from Bank of America, we buy some 1,000 shares again, and again, nice profits. We really did great. Every night, we reviewed Bloomberg earnings, listened to Kramer, and made a quick buck. But you know what? They were short-term. One day, we got into a position called XIN, and that's a Chinese company. They reported phenomenal earnings, much better than expected. You know that term? And little do we know about volume. Pre-market, we loaded all of our buying power into this one XIN. And finally, 9:30 comes, and all the stock does is slide down. And you know what? Our trading account, our bubble ended. I thought to myself, I must find a real way to trade. And through my research, we found the TA path. Now, we took the courses, and here's where we are. Unfortunately, most of us have to lose so much money and time before you really come to realize that you got to be disciplined and follow the rules. I might be repetitious, but yeah, it's all about following your trading plan consistently. This was my worst part of the task. It's a hard thing to do. So here's what I do. I come in every day approximately 9:45, and that's after my son is off to school, and I still have a toddler at home. I have 2 great scans, which I created in TradeStation. One gives me the stocks that are already put in a $2 move, and the other one is an average scan. It shoots out the symbols that sit on the average and are ready to bounce. I review these lists, and almost every day I find my patterns there. I review my universe, gainers, etc., but from these scans, I'm good to go. I primarily trade over the 5 and 15-minute charts, as by that time, the 1 and 2 are gone. I like trading buy set of breakouts, 1 to 3, whatever pattern is good for me, according to my plan, of course. And by the way, even though sometimes people say there's nothing out there, nothing to do, no follow through, I must prove it to myself. I don't give up. I scan and scan and scan, and my plan says 1 trade for sure. So up until I don't find a trade, I don't get up. My management style is usually 2R, which is pretty simple, and I know there are much more better management styles out there, but I still want to keep it simple. Don't forget, I still have to cook dinner, take care of the household, and so on. And Joe, on the other end, he is much more aggressive. By the time I come in, he's usually halfway done trading. And that's the nice thing about trading. There are so many different edges one can specialize in. So let me share with you, before I go to some tips, I'll tell you my struggles. Now, I started off with the courses, right? And I couldn't attend Saturday courses for religious purposes. So before I signed up, I said, I really want to take the TA course, but what about Saturday? They were like, do the home study course. So that's what I did. But you know what? Nothing is like live and being interactive with the teacher and the moderator and so on. So I never really learned the exact way out of interpreting the stages and so. So that was struggle number one until we got over that. The next thing was I had no clue platform, level 2, all that stuff. And it took us several weeks just to get to know that. And finally, we were into our platform. We knew our courses and everything was fine. And I was making nice money. Like we were doing a month, we were going consistently profitable. I felt so good about myself. And one day was last year, I took Tesla long and I said, you know what? I really know how to trade. Let me go swing. And I went on a swing short. And all Tesla did was up, up, up. And I said, you know what? It's up 3 days ago. So now it's got to turn already. And guess what? My account busted. And that was last year. I got up again, loaded another account, and now I really know discipline, discipline, discipline. Otherwise, there's no way to be here. So let me share with you some tips. The first one is attitude. It has an I in the middle. It's all about you, your effort. There are people that are going to help you in everything, but if you're not there, then you're never going to get to anything. And then use the benefits of these great moderators. By the way, I probably was the biggest pain to them, but I didn't care. I knew I have to ask again, understand. If I didn't, I said, you know what, could you explain it again to me? This is the only way I was able to learn and got to hands-on on trading. And Jared, take a look at the emails. Every time I sent you, I made you crazy, and thank you again. It's a great idea to have a trading buddy, and you have to share your P&L trades and ideas. This worked great for me. Before I took a trade, I was like, what is Joel going to say? Am I right? Am I wrong? So it kept me back from the bad trades, and I was able to, get the good trades out there. Also, it's important to track your results, but much more important is to sit down on the losing trades. See, where did I go wrong? Was it the market? Whatever went wrong? And this is what I usually do. I should track better. I should enter my trading results, but honestly, I don't have so much time. And then another important thing, I know it was never told before, but I always say, always keep learning. Know what's out there. You got to be up in the industry happenings. Check out industry sites, Finviz, StockQuiz, Benzinga, you name it. And by the way, I have to say, there are many great TA teachers and many great teachers. But the bigger question is, where do you find a room that has both great TA teachers that are fabulous traders too? And the answer is live traders. Whether it's Jay, Jared, Amo, they teach and trade transparently and are here for all of us to be great traders. So I think let's trade together and help each other out. And thank you for your time for listening to me. So do you have any questions? Not actually, no. That was really good because actually he's my husband. Like if anything went wrong, he was really there for me, helping me. But then we went out and we took help from professionals as well. I think we should partner up here in the room with buddies. That's something the moderator should decide on. It's one, just like my name, 1mrnote @gmail.com. Thanks, Emma. Okay, so thank you so much and have a great weekend.